Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. Avoid the Matrix talk. Of course, the Matrix represents the system. It represents the society. It represents the ways of this world. Yes, it represents the ways of this world. So that means, do as the Romans do, monkey see, monkey do. Are you like the Romans? Are you like the monkeys? Or are you a little different? You the type that wants to step outside of that. So that means also you want to step outside of the normal conversations that people have. You want to step outside the social norms. That means that you don't talk about the things that everybody else talk about. You don't relate to these people no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't think like they think. You don't talk like they talk. You don't walk like they walk. You don't act like they act. For it is written in scripture, it says that be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of the mind. So there you go. In scriptures, I just gave you the most red pill type of scripture you could ever hear. You want to not be a part of this world, So that means you avoid worldly talk. They used to say that back in the church. Avoid worldly talk. But as of now, fast forward, yours truly tells you, avoid matrix talk, okay? Because, even back in them days, the church tells you to avoid the things of the world, yet the church itself is still part of the things of the world and the ways of the world. It's just smokescreen in order for that pastor to accept your tithes and offerings. That's another story, too, about the tithes and the offerings. We ain't going to even talk about that. But you want to get away from those who just talk like status quo. You want to get away from those who just have normal talks about relationships, dating, about having game, If they not talking outside of that game, you don't want nothing to do with it because you like, look, you're on the inside, but I'm on the outside, man. Yeah, I could come in, but I'm going back out. But that's how I am. I don't stay on the inside. That's how you are when you're outside the matrix with your talk versus the people who have matrix talking, in my opinion. You don't want to be having matrix talk. You want to talk different. You want to sound alien to a lot of people. That's the thing with me. I want to sound alien to folk. I want to sound angelic, but beyond angelic, I would say, just for the lack of better words, because people they can't grasp this idea of angelic. So yes, alien. Alien is good too. I sound like an alien to you. I want to sound like an alien to you. I know my words are foreign. I know you can't quite translate what I'm saying. That's good, because only the people that think like me and talk like me and speak like me understand what I'm saying on a certain vibe. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about levels. People say, you ain't on my level. You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't on my vibe. You ain't on my certain tune. You know what I'm saying? There's not a level to that. There's just a certain tune. If you're not in tune with what I'm in tune with, you're out of whack. You're out of tune. You know what I'm saying? There's no harmony with us. There's just only static, okay? They talk about on the streets having static. You only have static with those you're not in tuned with. So there you go. You don't want to be having certain conversations with folks are out of tune. That's why you, beat to your own drum. Yours truly beats to his own drum. Because I know a lot of folk ain't on my same tune. They ain't on my same tempo. You feel me? They ain't on my same rhythm. And you have to think like that in life. You know what I'm saying? When you really outside of this matrix, you don't talk like the matrix. You don't think like the matrix. There's a lot of things I could say as far as biblical references to the matrix. But what I will say is that, you have to think like someone that's just passing through all this stuff. You don't feel like you're a part of this world. You feel like you're set apart. And so your whole dialect seems as such too. Even the clothes you wear. Stop looking like everybody else out here with how they wear their clothes. Don't dress up like everybody out here. Dress differently. Quit trying to look like the D-boy on the block. To all the ladies. Quit trying to look like these ratchet chicks on the block, with how they dressing up. You shouldn't look like that. If you represent something that's not of this world, why are you trying to look like the world? Why are you trying to show off your skin like that? You know what I'm saying? They call it woman. I call it worldly. It's not a womanly look. It's a worldly look. When you showing off your body in such a way like you would show it off behind closed doors. You know, you're in a public space, but you're showing your private parts in a public space. That just doesn't sit right with me. Once again, avoiding matrix talk, and in many ways, avoiding matrix appearances. Even yourself, you're limited in your appearances in this matrix, or how you appear yourself to be in this matrix. You have a lot of limitations with that. You want to be kind of a rare occurrence for a lot of people. You want to be very, what's that word I want to use? Elusive. Yes, you want to be elusive. That's how you avoid the matrix talk. Be elusive. Signing out.